But it's a good day because I get to see you guys.
Hello. How are you guys
Hello,
doing?
hello. Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Trying a new streaming, so hopefully it works out for us.
Yes. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. How are you doing, Tim?
I am well. It's tired,
You
but
sound
well.
tired. Yeah. All the week's almost.
Hello.
Hello.
What happened?
I I don't know. He keeps getting kicked out. Hey, Tim.
Hi,
I don't know
guys.
what's going on.
Welcome back.
Welcome back,
Hey,
Tim.
huh?
Did you guys hear me while I was talking, or you couldn't hear
Yeah,
anything?
I could hear you.
I'm out. Mine just goes blank and says that you're not a part of this broadcast. Like, it's just like
That's weird.
this is
Like, but I just see. I can't
flashbacks to
see
junior
anything.
high.
just
Like, I
see
feel all
like
left out.
I see like a galaxy. I see like stars and stuff, and then I can't hear or see anything. So
Your description was better. That is what I saw. Like,
Really?
stars.
yeah, it's like a little box with like the sky or something,
Huh.
and then, but it still said live at the top. So
It's the same thing. It's the background that's under our three video windows.
That's interesting. All right.
So basically,
can-
you're the one that's kicking us out, showing us.
I am not
She's kicking
doing
us out
anything.
just to show us the
think
nice
it's you,
background.
Danielle. I think it's you. You
I'm
got
not
all the
doing
control
anything.
here. We're just coming along.
Right, like here we are explaining our trauma, and
Yeah.
you're sitting there like,
I'm sitting
wow,
here like,
I don't know
are
what
we
this is.
still live?
I don't know.
My nose is.
I don't know what you're talking
someone
about.
out there? Like, I have no idea. So
But I could see
you
all
gotta give
three
me a
of you.
heads up. Gotta give me.
Oh, so when we're invited back to the party, we should just be like, just let bygones be bygones. All right. Okay, I
Lord
see
have
how it is.
mercy. Sorry, I can
That's
see and
funny.
hear. I can see and hear both of you. So I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Well, I couldn't hear anything
Man, this
or see anybody. So,
But
we'll give it a try. We'll see how it goes today.
You can hear me. You can hear me now,
this
though,
is the
right?
beautiful, like, privilege parallel right here. It's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. We're using the same app. We click the same link.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Can we move on now?
Oh my God.
Taking no responsibility.
Okay. You know what? So hello, guys. Welcome back to the I am your one and only host, since they can't see anything, Danielle.
Yeah, I just say that's. I see what the direction we're going.
Yes.
Just stopped
All
working.
the blame's on us.
Yeah.
All the blame's on us. She left us out here to dry.
If only 80s sitcoms had ways of writing people out like that. That was good.
It was.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I do feel a
Okay.
little sad. That was.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can one of you go on like Facebook and look at the chat at least?
There is a chat thing here.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
so you
Oh wait,
like
see it.
usually
it doesn't show the.
like usually we'd see like, okay, there's 5 people on. I don't see anything like that. It just says live
Oh,
at the top. But
I
Yeah.
see.
can you
Interesting.
see? Can you see?
Yeah.
Well, again, she has all the here. So you know.
This isn't fishy at all.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna go back to our old app then, because this one ain't working for us.
100%.
It's okay.
Well,
It's okay.
working for you. It's working for you. It's not working for
Exactly.
us.
She has all the information. We don't know how many people are staring at us.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Okay.
Doesn't
So
matter.
5 people are watching right now.
Alrighty.
All right. Help us.
Can someone make a comment so we at least know that this thing is working? I saw something pop up from Tanya, but it doesn't say anything.
Oh, it's the bug eyes.
Oh God, maybe I'm like blind. Holy crap. Whew. I mean, I do have my glasses here, but these don't work as often. Couldn't tell what that was. Maybe we do need the new app.
Yeah.
The emoji doesn't even look like an emoji. I'm like, what is going on?
Oh
Like,
my goodness.
Holy crap.
All right. So
Welcome,
we're
guys,
gonna
those of you who are
welcome.
watching. A bit of a hiccup here, but
Yeah. And lots to discuss after the
Oh my God.
after we go off. Yeah.
yeah. Alrighty. Okay, I'm ready.
There's something is I need to talk to them when we're done. So
Actually, I think we're going to do most of the talking.
I'll be honest, I'm a little confused.
No, for real. Like,
I missed that cue.
just yeah. Okay. Yeah.
oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway,
I don't
welcome,
think
guys.
this one includes me, so.
Hey, Nigel. My cousin Nigel is on.
Oh,
Hey,
my
Mom,
goodness.
what's up?
Hey, all the way down in Arima. This is good.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Nigel. Thanks for showing up.
Can you guys see the viewers? Can you guys see 3 of us? I just need to know that.
Is there a way to make this font bigger? Maybe it's just my little situation here. I can read it, but like, let's go. Maybe I should bring it a little closer. Like, I'm gonna bring it closer to me.
You can hold it.
That's much.
You can hold it. Oh, okay.
Okay. I think we get.
So we're gonna try this again. Hello for the 3rd time. Welcome to Let's Be Real.
Like the 10th time, but.
I am your host, Danielle George, along with my co-host, Kiki and Mr. Noel. How are you guys doing?
We're good. We're good. I feel good now. Had a few giggles.
I don't know.
Nice.
I'm on the fence, but let's keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling? Okay. So, since we are dealing with a new app, we're just trying to out what works for us, but obviously this one doesn't. So we're gonna go back to the other one.
Okay.
We'll see.
The water. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the app or if it's you, but we'll go.
Yes, exactly. Might be the operator. You know?
Okay then. So, I don't know if you guys heard, but we are now semi-open in stage 2. How are you guys feeling about that?
It hasn't really changed anything for me. I haven't. Have the rules for in-home gatherings changed?
I don't think so.
Okay then. Then everything's going to be the same for me.
Yeah.
Sorry that.
It's all right.
Can somebody grab the steps for the details of the latest opening? Like I was so busy this week.
Yeah.
Amen to that.
I know gyms are open. No gyms are open again.
Kind of. I know, like, Good Luck, they're only allowed, like, 10 people, and you have to, like, schedule when you're going and stuff like that.
Seriously?
It's kind of weird. Yes. And I heard that it's only low intensity workouts, whatever that means. Like, how do you determine that for people with different, like, I don't know, levels of fitness, right? Like, something that's low intensity for one person is not going to be the same low intensity for someone else. So I find that kind of weird. But
in-home gatherings haven't changed since December 8th. It's still in place. So
alrighty.
So
we're still just doing stuff on the DL. No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa, no, we are not.
I haven't been doing anything.
I don't know what
we
you
are not.
Work at home. Work.
Wow, and I never got an invite, so you're having parties and you didn't even think of me?
I'm just kidding. Honestly, ask my mom. Ain't nobody been coming here, so.
All right.
We good.
That we know of.
All I've seen, like, I've seen that there's a lot of people that I know from, like, the hospitality industry that they're not happy with whatever advancements or steps they've made to being really fully open. They haven't, like, it's not that much, nothing significant.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing that I've heard. Now, have you guys gone anywhere where you've seen, like, the lineups out the door and waiting to go in? Because I only remember that from literally, like, maybe May last year.
Oh, I've yet to experience that.
Okay.
She lives in a small town, so she.
I was about to say, she hasn't left the house. Oh, okay, cool.
You don't live in a big city like the rest of us, so
even like St. Albert, because that's where I go to Walmart for my groceries, and I've yet to experience waiting outside.
So I had to do it just maybe a few times, but I was in Red Deer yesterday and today, and I was going to the health food store, and I find it, I drive up, and there's a line, like a 20-person line. And I was like, I am not doing that in Red Deer. Like, no offense to Red Deer, I struggled with doing it here. But like a year later, like, and it's a big store, but I think they have like a 5-person capacity for this massive health food store. And I'm gonna find somewhere else, but so it shows that, like, different municipalities and townships, cities are handling this in their own way, and a store can have whatever policy they want. So if they're perfectly fine with only having a few people inside the store, like, they're free to do that. Because I was just thinking, I wasn't expecting that at all. But at least a 20-person line. I ended up just going back to Google Maps and finding somewhere else.
Oh, there's just a comment. Tanya said, based on the numbers, we should be in phase 4. So.
And that's the thing. There's a lot of people, and I was for a while, you're going and you're looking at the numbers for them to decrease by the day.
Right.
And there was, I think it's like 400 and something or 200 and something hospitalizations right now. And the new cases are in the few hundred or more. Whereas before it was like 900, 1,000, and I think it was at the 500 or 400 mark that they said, well, when this happens, we're going to do this.
Right, and when there was a certain amount of, like, hospitalizations and stuff like that,
But then they didn't.
Right.
And didn't really say, hey, we're not going to.
I think the variants came into play, so they're hesitant. But that's just my guess. I'm not entirely sure if that's the cause, but I'd assume it had something to do with it.
That may.
Yeah,
but I think that sometimes with I don't necessarily envy the PC leadership or PC, but like the conservative leadership right now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if they don't address anything or they don't do it in the right time, like, everybody's on them, and I think that I don't think that they're being fully transparent.
Of course.
I don't think
they ever fully transparent.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That's politics.
At the same time, I wouldn't want to be in their shoes anyway.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless of party.
Wait, spring break. Yes, spring break, because that's where things can go off the rails real quick.
Yep.
Like, you can have super spreader events and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And so my dad got the first shot of the vaccine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How are
he
things?
did.
What's his feedback with that?
Like, honestly, he has a little extra pep in his step. I can't lie. But I think but he even
He
said it like
acquired some superpowers or what?
Well, I was joking to my mom with apparently all the foolishness that he used to do. I'm sure he's crossed COVID in the last 90 years, right?
That's funny.
But he's turning 92 in May.
Wow.
And he took the shot, and they interviewed him, and he says that they asked him like how he felt, and in regards to like why he was taking it, and he just said he wanted to just release some of the anxiety around, oh my God, are people waiting for it's right, a church fit. But yeah, he said it just released a little bit of the anxiety, and I think that worry. Because it's like what they explain about people who get it and suffer from it, it's not, like if even when Ricky passed and you read any of his messages, like it's terrifying. Like,
yeah,
it's terrifying. So he's doing well. The second shot I heard is a little bit more taxing. So.
Yes, and I have a few friends who said,
Really?
like they had like a slight fever for about 24 hours, 24 to 48 hours, just soreness like all over their body. So, yeah, apparently the second dose isn't.
So no,
so.
I'm good.
What? You know what? I have a sneaking suspicion.
They're fine, but yeah, the second dose apparently isn't.
Yeah, I'm good.
For some people.
I feel like there's going to be a few jobs, like there's going to be a lot of jobs where the vaccine may be mandatory. I wouldn't be surprised. Probably. I really wouldn't. And that would be really interesting. I think that'd be really polarizing for community cities and locations across Western civilization, at least, or most of the people that are getting it.
Yeah.
Like, imagine getting mandated to have to take that. And did you hear? There's rumblings of that airports may require proof of vaccination and things like that. That might be.
Yeah, but they do that already.
That's a crazy.
They do that already, though.
They do?
My thing with stuff like that
before
is
you go to the airport, you have to get tested 72 hours before you leave.
Okay, no. That's testing is different. But not being allowed to travel if you haven't taken the vaccine, I could see a lot of people being like, "Yo, that's the mark of the beast." Like, I'm not kidding. I swear I will be hearing that.
Yeah. My thing is like, what are the ethical boundaries though with something like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's the question. What is?
Yeah. Like, what are the boundaries when it comes to ethics and stuff? Like, how are you going to tell me that I can't buy a plane ticket and travel because I wasn't vaccinated? Like,
right.
I don't know. It's like your rights kind of go out the window at that point. But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, I just saw Tanya's comment. Researchers are developing an instant result test. It's going to take, I think they said, it was like really quick. I think it was like under an hour you get your results.
Wow.
Yeah.
They already have like a rapid test.
Yeah, but this one's supposed to be faster.
I don't think it's for the general public. I'm not entirely sure. I know like depending on what field you work in, like for instance, if you work for HS, like in different departments and stuff, I think that the rapid test is available. But yeah, that'd be kind of neat if they
Correct me if I'm wrong, Tanya. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, no, hold on. No. Was that in reference to what I said?
Or I think it was for me. I'm not sure.
At some point, the vaccine will be the only way that you may be able to...
15 seconds, what it was.
Denied if you're drunk, you can't be a risk to other passengers. Not a race.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's that thing. That's that thing that you see in those kind of some of those Karen videos Like, oh my God, how can I not? It's like, no, your personal right doesn't. It doesn't. Wait. Everybody. Cheryl said hi. Hi, Cheryl.
Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl.
Hello,
I just want to get that out of the way.
Hello, Tanya. Hello, Mary. I don't know who else is watching. Hello.
And again, hello, Cheryl. But yeah,
let's back up to the right thing.
Well, yeah, it's not. Like there's certain privileges of privileges of our society, and
maybe right wasn't the correct word to use, but there is still ethical issues. At least we can say that. To me, in my mind, there's still a lot of ethical issues.
Like you don't have to take the flu shot if you don't want to. Do you know what I mean? And so a mandatory. Yeah, a mandatory vaccine for this would be pretty extreme, in my opinion. But I could see it happening. I could definitely see it happening.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
would you take it if it was mandatory, or would you just be like, I ain't taking it. I will stay in my house. I need to.
I need to get out of here.
I know that there'll be some sort of loophole. Like if my job makes it mandatory, there'll be it'll likely be mandatory, and I don't think there'll be much you could do, because at the end of the day, we interact with police officers. Police officers interact with the community, and then that becomes public. And there's a way to.
And it's the same thing for me, because I don't work directly with patients, but I am at a hospital, and it's the same thing. So I would eventually.
There's certain careers where.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
I do know there is a loophole on traveling now. You can travel without paying like the $2,000. I don't know if you guys heard about this loophole. If you don't want to pay the $2,000 hotel stay, you can fly to the States, drive through the border. That's the loophole. Yeah.
And then you just self-quarantine when you get back.
Yeah. So people have been doing.
Wait. Okay. Where's it? Like from where? From Canada. So there's a $2,000 hotel stay where?
In Canada.
So you leave Canada and you come back.
Yeah. You have to stay in a hotel room for $2,000. And then you can go to your. Yeah.
Right. They aren't mandatory, but we're talking about possibly making, and you can refuse, but depending on like we're just saying, like if you're working a specific job, if that job makes it mandatory or they add it into whatever, then what are you going to do?
Exactly.
They'll probably pay you out, and or that's almost like voluntarily quitting.
Right. Yeah.
Because you have to do it to be here, and if you don't, then. But I think we're a ways away from that, but still.
You think so?
Let's hope so.
Now, I'm going to say this.
When you say a ways away, like give me a timeline, because what, like in your mind?
I would say the numbers would have to skyrocket. There's variables. The numbers would have to go up again. There'd have to be another shutdown, and then like I think if there's another shutdown. And then the vaccine is proved to work against whatever variants, I could see them making it mandatory in certain, like nurses might have to get it, police might have to get it, something like that. Yeah, I could see that.
Well, time will only tell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And let's just pray that in 30 years, people aren't being born with like 6 arms and 17 eyes.
Goodness.
Could you imagine?
I'm sorry. I didn't.
Could you imagine? And then you hear the commercial. If your mother or father has taken the
right.
You might be entitled to
$1 million.
$1 million.
That would be nice.
Jeez.
But not. No, I don't want my great grand
right,
whoever comes down the line to be having like 4 arms.
You know what? It's funny to say, but at the same time, the science that goes behind this stuff is pretty remarkable. Yeah. Like, when are we really the only what was it? Was it like birth control or something like that in the 60s? The last time like a drug really really like cause like abnormalities and things like that. Like that was like I think that was the first runs of the birth control thing. Yeah. Oh yeah. The first runs of like, I think it was the birth control pill, where there were deformities, kids born with deformities that were related to it. But again, like the science and like the way that they can like specifically attack like whatever, like even down to like even the meds that I'm on, like it's literally DNA treatment. Like that is, and that's 30, 40 years or longer in the making. So I don't know. I don't. I'm not that afraid of it, to be honest. I'm not that afraid of it.
So Tim's gonna be taking it.
You're not afraid of afraid of COVID.
I'm not afraid of the vaccine.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, I've had the talk with some people and like the conspiracy, like they're pushing it on the black, and I'm like, to me it's more like the vaccine and the way they've marketed it is socioeconomics.
Right.
You know, it's money, and I think that's a conspiracy. I think that the money conspiracy is a conspiracy. And the wickedness people will do for money, that's one thing. But like, you know, just it being like a black people, like, yeah, I don't really buy that. Yeah. But unfortunately, there's a large amount of black people that are in certain socioeconomic groups
who are more affected by the virus.
Who are more affected? Yeah, exactly. Lack of access to proper treatment.
Why the vaccine is then geared towards.
So when they are sick and dying, they're going to go to the hospital. Somebody's going to get stuck with that bill. They're trying to avoid that. And so they market to the people where, do you know what I mean? But then an affluent person is sitting there and getting that messaging, and they're like, oh my God, they're trying to kill us. Like, so it's eyes. It's perception, in my opinion.
Let me ask the viewers, are you guys going to get the vaccine? Are you in a career where it's mandatory to get the vaccine? Give us your thoughts.
Or a career that you think you could see it happening. Make like a suggestion of it being mandatory.
Yeah,
because I definitely know that that could be something that they would ask. And if it not of me, but of the police officers.
Right.
So while we're waiting for answers, I'm gonna move on to relationships, if that's okay.
I'll permit it. I'm okay.
All right. I just want to make sure it's okay with you, Tim.
One of Tim's favorite topics.
I know.
Relationships are my favorite topic. Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm just bugging you. I'm just bugging you.
Not your favorite topic?
Quickly pacify me, and I was gonna lose it.
So, let's just say you walk into a room and you notice someone across the room. What do you notice first? Do you notice their height? Do you notice their smile? Do you notice how they conversate with other people?
I'm going to say yes to that one.
How they conversate?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes to an extent. You know, like how they interact with others and, you know, I guess you can say what the reaction is when that person's in a room. That's something that I look at for sure.
Sheryl's a troublemaker, just letting you guys know. Anyhow.
How about you, Tim?
What do I notice first?
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna take some time on that one.
I know, like a lot of the times, just how she presents, like how she presents, like how she moves, like, and then you go on for the closer look. For me, after I see that, because this is a funny thing, I'll tell you, it's like I'm a bear in the wild or something, like. No, for real, because it's like you haven't seen the face up close, but there's just sometimes even the corner of your eye, like you can literally see that there's like, yo, everyone's plotting, that one's gliding, and you look, and it's like, oh, seriously, that's sometimes it's like you can literally, with the, you know what I mean? Like you catch it from the corner of your eye, and then the walk and all that stuff.
Walk, the talk.
Oh,
the talk.
just like, you know what I mean?
Swaying it.
Like women are pretty fantastic. Like, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah. Like just everybody loves women. Like really. Like you know.
Oh man, that's funny.
Too
How about
funny.
you, Danielle? What's the first thing that catches your eye?
Probably how they conversate with people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So not looks. They don't have to be tall, handsome.
Okay, well,
short.
they can't be short. Okay, they can't be shorter than me.
Like, you know,
I'm short. If they're shorter than me, I ain't looking
galore.
at you.
No,
I can't. If they're shorter than me, I'm not looking your way. I'm sorry, because I'm short already.
Yeah, you're pretty short for
Priya says, I notice a guy's smile. I like nice teeth. Yes, nice teeth is important.
It's important.
It's not necessarily a deal breaker, but
yo, you see what Sharon just said? I check the traffic of others.
Yes.
Like who else is looking? Yo, you see girls?
No, see, I don't care who I'm looking. If that's who I want, that's who I want. I don't care who else is
Okay,
looking.
there you go. Exactly.
So hold on. My dad told me.
You know what you bring to the table, right, Danielle?
Exactly.
Exactly. So she ain't worried about the competition.
Easy there.
When she got her eyes set, that's it. Everybody else fall back. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But you're not.
So I want Sharon to say like what? Why are you looking at the traffic? Because you want to see like, do you have to compete? Do you want to see like, are they over popular? Because I've heard that. If he's too popular or she's too popular, like they don't want it because it's like a competition.
But sometimes that's not on the person though.
It isn't on the person.
Exactly. But you know what? There's some girls out there when they see quote unquote the traffic is heavy, they're even more interested in that person because it's like a challenge. It's like a challenge. They're like, hey, everybody's checking him out. Like, okay, I'm gonna be the one who, who conquers this one. Yeah. So
Danielle's on the prowl.
I am.
Danielle's on the prowl, Greg.
No.
How you mean, yo? Like, don't let the hype fool you. She's out there like.
It's COVID. Look, it's COVID.
I'm telling you, man. It's COVID. You're hearing the rustling out the window. Like, what the hell is...
She's scheming, yo.
Oh, Lord.
We gotta watch this one.
Me?
Yes.
You gotta watch nothing over here.
Don't let the stature fool you, okay?
I am small and quiet.
Okay.
I don't bother no one.
I just want to go back to there was a comment by Priya. She said they must smell good. You know, sometimes you're in a room and you're not necessarily like looking at anybody or no one necessarily caught your attention until someone walks by and they smell really good, and then you're like,
okay.
They're like,
okay, so
who was that? And then they catch your attention. You're like,
okay, but they smell good.
I'm big on smells too.
Okay, here's the thing. They smell good, but they don't have nice teeth, and they're a little bit shorter than you. Are you still gonna go for that?
They'd have to.
Well, why didn't you just torpedo the poor guy? Like, the only thing this guy could do right was smell good. Like, honestly, are people out that?
You know what?
Feel that bad for girls? Like, for real? She's like, at least the mess.
Okay, no, but we're just saying certain things that catch your attention. What was the question? What makes you notice them first? That was the question, right? So smell is one of those factors, right?
It is.
Well, then if we're just gonna go one for one, then you watch the movements. I told you sometimes you could just see, but for me, I love a pretty face. Like I love a pretty face.
Of course, we are visual creatures. So everyone who's
no. I know dudes.
Like, oh no, it's not how they look. Please.
I know dudes.
It's a percentage. It's a percentage.
I know dudes that will date a girl on booty alone. She doesn't have to be pretty. Nothing else. She'll date her on like they love like just booty. And I'm like, I get it. It's nice, but yo, man, like like a pretty face.
Can it be booty
Like,
and
pretty's just
personality
pretty.
and no face?
Huh?
Like,
Uh-oh.
can it be booty, personality, and no face? Because if you got,
For some,
if the
you.
physique
Oh,
is
let me
there,
not
and
even.
then
Oh,
no.
No, no.
Let's touch on
I
it.
know.
Let's
Listen,
touch on it.
no.
Okay, look at some of the video vixenish, that we've seen, and even some of the IG that passes the way, and it's like, yeah, the body's big, but like
Oh my
you
gosh.
can't, like, pretty's pretty.
But everyone's, I guess you can say, definition of pretty is a little bit different.
Easy there, Abdul.
No. Because Danielle can
No, easy. That's a DM, boss. That's a DM. That's not in the comments. Yo, like, for real, man. Yo, pull a brother to the side.
Today.
Pull a brother to the side after.
Today. That is too
God.
funny. Okay, but I was gonna say,
You
like,
turn off the comment section.
Oh my gosh. Let's say there's a guy who comes in the room and Danielle's like, yo, he's so fine. And she's like, yo, check him out. And I look over and I'm just like, what is she talking about? Like, I don't get it. So that happens too, right? Like, everyone's, I guess you could say, perception of beauty or whatever is an individual thing.
Definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
But for the most part,
and the thing is about it, like, this is the one thing about, like, there's some people that look to see the other attention, but, like, nobody else has to understand why you dig somebody. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
But there's times where you're just like, how did that
What's understood
happen?
doesn't have to be explained. And that's something that I always used to tell people all the time. And that's something that I live by 100%.
Yeah, I saw a comment by Greg. So hold on, what about those girls out there getting hyped for gray pants season? What are they searching for? Well, Greg, if we have to explain that.
Like, I didn't know it was so serious. I didn't know it was like, because you know what? Like, I drank the sauce. It's like, you kind of believe that women aren't as, I used to believe, women aren't as visual as guys, but it's really like, you guys could pretend, or you don't react the way guys react. She could be sitting there like this, but she well sized up the print and all of that. But the guys say, ooga booga.
I'll be honest, I didn't know that's what you were gonna say. I thought you were just gonna say she already, like, sized them up, like, realize he's good looking, but she's just not showing face. But anyways,
but that too, you guys just don't react. Like, some of us, we react.
Yes.
We react. Yo, boss, yo, you see that? Like, but you guys are a little bit different with that still. But then I realized, because
there are some girls who are
I
a little bit more
get
vocal,
mad. I had a habit. I can't lie, because I didn't really think that. I just never thought anything of it. You know, you're wearing some loose shorts, and then you throw on some sweatpants over top, and you go out. You know, it's a Sunday, you're going to Home Depot, and it's like literally Vex. Or like, actually, like, for real. And you even see the memes, like, or the videos. Do you let your man leave the house like that? Like, the guy was in a G-string. I didn't know it was like a for real thing. Yeah, man, Abdul, them eyes long. I didn't know, man. They're carnal. We have to deal with these ladies. They're out of control. Out of control. All we're out here trying to be comfortable. We have no ill intent. Just want to be comfortable. We're not trying to sin anybody's soul. You guys need to pray.
But gray sweatpants, though, there's different colors that you guys could be wearing. You don't have to buy gray sweatpants.
I'm gonna touch.
You know what? Let me not even carry on too. I'm not even gonna say what I want to say. Not even.
Just listen. I'm not gonna put my comments in about the whole.
No. Go on.
No. I will not. Nope.
All right. So So now that we've met the person, now that we're getting older, do you find that yourself gravitating sort of to a certain type of person, or?
I'll tell you now.
like you gravitate to them before you even had that one great conversation, and then you're just like, oh yeah, you're my type. Does that ever? Do you find you do that?
Well, I was gonna say, sometimes initially people gravitate to someone, and then as the interaction, I guess you can say, strengthens, then you're like, nah, they're really not my type.
Oh. Okay.
I don't know.
And you know what? And you guys get to do that in peace. Well, other than if the guy's a psycho.
What do you mean by that?
Other than if the guy's a psycho.
Please elaborate.
But like when guys do that, it's like, oh, you're wasting our time. You wasting time. Why don't you just let me know? It's like, yo, we got to know.
Yo, there's some guys out there like that too.
You know what?
No, I'm serious, man. There have been people that you've met literally for like 2.5 seconds. Maybe it's more so my generation. I don't know. Dudes out here are crazy nowadays. But like there have been times where like you've met someone or whatever, and maybe you've talked to the person for like a day and you don't respond to them, and they don't think, hey, they responded to me within a decent amount of time. I've had people like go off because of that.
Okay, well then that like,
and I'm like, block, delete. I met you yesterday. Like I'm good.
That's how we get petty now.
See, but that's somebody's that's somebody dry snitching on them. But I'm talking about getting to know. You've got to know 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, and then it's like, and then you're like, you know what? It was cool, But and I know both. It's not like it's not specific on who gets more mad or whatever, or who's more let down. But I just think that there's a little bit more of a palette for, you know, like. I think it's already more ascribed to a guy to waste a woman's time, because guys do actually waste women's time. But I think that.
I'm gonna circle back. I'm gonna
make you a gift.
Okay, no.
Just that clip. I'm gonna cut that and just replay it over and over again. Can you repeat that? Can you repeat that, Mr. Noel, please? So those can hear you in the back.
But you can't clump every man in that. If you guys are together for a certain amount of time, and people speak their minds and they let each other know what they want, what they like, what they're looking for from a partner.
People need to say that from the jump.
But they do. But here's the thing. You know that thing, that honeymoon phase?
That causes problems.
That honeymoon phase. Okay, I have a lot of theories on this. Like, first of all, people go in a lot of times too fast, too deep. They're going in, like, you know, and they haven't got to know the person. And the people think that lovey-dovey butterfly feeling is the relationship feeling.
Right.
But it's not. It's not. Like, that's the beginning. That's Bambi frolicking through the meadows. That doesn't stay like that. And it's not really meant to stay like that. I heard somebody put it like this. Like, your kid, you know, when they can walk and you come home and they're, Daddy! And they run to the door and they sing, they do all that. If a kid's like 16 still doing that, you're like, what the? Okay, you know, the love and the depth is there, but the reactions doesn't have to always be there. And I think that a lot of the times, and I've been guilty of this, like, you think that the preserving that feeling is a good relationship when it really isn't. Like, it's a part of it, and there's certain things that can bring that back at times.
Right.
But like, that relationship is really by, I don't want to go nowhere. Like, we built something together. We're in this. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to see my coming days without you. I'm not gonna throw myself off a cliff if you ain't here, but like, if you could be here with me, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. Like, you know, the Disney stuff is cool, but you know what I mean? Like, when life really hits, like, Disney can't help you, like a deep partnership does. But it's in that getting to know period where
there's a lot of factors that play into that.
But what I'm saying is, like, in that get to know period where a lot of couples break up, it's good that they broke up, because sometimes, like, you can actually see that some of the things that I want or need aren't here. So I'm not going to stay here, or I'm not going to subject you to try and be something you're not.
Right.
But then it's like, you're wasting my time. Sorry. Anyways.
Sorry, I just saw a comment from Greg, and I want an answer for that, because I'm curious, because I keep hearing this, and I don't know why. As a Toronto guy, all I gotta say is Edmonton girls are just different. I hear it a lot. I have yet to hear the reason why we are different. Are we more
different good or different bad?
I would agree.
Elaborate.
I would
and
agree.
nobody's trying to say, because if you say different, like, what do you mean by that? You know what I mean? Like, you got to give an example, or you got to elaborate on that. That's a vague statement.
Like, Kiki's trying to throw him out, like, just like, oh, you don't.
Yeah, but I'm just like that, like.
No, I hear you.
Saying, oh, they're different. That doesn't tell me anything. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, I want to know, like, what he means by that.
Because I hear that a lot, and I've yet to hear the answer. Because guys, they just can't give me an answer. Greg. Different attitude. What does that mean?
I think there is definitely a different attitude.
These are still very
like you know, I get where he's coming from, but I can't. I get where he's like. Honestly, easier to waste time.
Now we get somewhere.
Hold on. Edmonton girls are easier to waste your time. Is that what he?
I don't know.
Because it's not in real.
Ooh, this is funny.
Oh my god.
Are more to the point. I could see. Yeah, I could see that.
I'm a Toronto girl, so I wouldn't know. LOL. Toronto.
Why'd you have to lead it in that voice, Kiki?
What do you mean? I'm reading.
You literally. You're like, you fully did.
Okay. I'm a Toronto girl, so I wouldn't know. Like, how did you want me to read that? Like, what? Please don't give anyone any ideas up there, Tim. Like,
I would never.
Yeah, okay. You're trying to stir the pot.
Oh,
remember, I know you. I know you beyond Let's Real, so.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Easy there, Daddy. Relax.
That is so funny.
So, what kind of people do you guys generally gravitate to?
I'm gonna let Tim go first.
Okay.
You're not gonna get a chance. I'm gonna talk it all out. Okay. Pretty. I love pretty. But let's say after you're already physically attracted. Are you talking about after physically attracted? You're talking about personality. That
you have that. Yeah.
I love like thoughtful, kind women.
I love it. That.
What?
Because you
I changed my voice. I got all. I can't help it.
Yes, you're like, okay, sorry.
Oh my goodness.
You know, like I'm telling you, there's things that like just fully actualized, strong black, you know, like fierce feminine woman, like, you know, and you feel it, you see it, like, you know, yeah, it's just, I love that. Like, but the problem with that is that, like, it's not a problem. One of the best things about it is actually it challenges you to be, or it should challenge you to be like an even doper, better, stronger man. Right? Because she, you know what I mean? Like you look at some women and you're just like, oh, like she could, you know, she can go. She's, you know, she sees some stuff like there's some coming from certain communities, certain women have been through certain things, and the way that they, like just the way that they move in the world and get the things that they want, there's extra challenges there. So like you had to be fierce, had to be intentional. And you could see that and you could feel it in the conversations. And that's just, it's very dope. It's very awesome. And that's beyond the looks, because the looks could be there. And then if they don't have certain things, it's like, no, that's a waste. That sucks.
Right.
That sounds bad, but that's just my reality. That's what I think. All right, you had a ton of time. Kiki, your turn.
She needs to repeat the question. I want the full-blown question. Repeat the question, Danielle.
What was my question?
For the people.
For the people in the back that didn't hear?
Yes.
So now that you're older, do you find yourself gravitating to...
She's in her 20s.
Hey, I'm in my late 20s, man. I'm closer to 30 than...
Exactly. She's close.
Actually, my birthday month. Just putting that out there. But, yeah.
Ooh, the 11th?
No,
not even close.
Like late March.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. Sorry.
Did you see what I
said? I said, yeah. Should I kick him out?
Girl.
Oh shit!
No, it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. It's okay. Anyways, now that I'm getting older, do I find that I gravitate towards a certain
type of person? Yeah. Oh, she has to clear her throat for this one.
No, I'm thinking. Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Looks are one thing, but that doesn't mean that much to me, to be honest with you. There definitely has to be like some. Oh, he said, "Ooh."
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a comment that was directed at me.
Yeah. We'll read it when you're done.
Yeah.
When you're done, you're. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was just saying. There has to be some level of like mental turn on, if that makes sense for me personally. So yeah, I'm a big conversation because like again, like I can have conversations with anybody, but there's just like, you know, certain people who I interact with and I'm just like the light bulb goes off and I'm like, yeah. But I don't know. Honestly, it has to be someone who's confident. First off, that's one thing that I like. Someone who's like supportive. Those are like two big things for me. Confident, supportive. They know what they want out of life.
What kind of support?
I was just gonna wait.
Oh, my bad. I interrupted.
Honestly,
no.
That's a good question. I'd say for me personally, I guess you could say emotional support. It doesn't necessarily have to be like. Okay, now I'm thinking back to like the love languages because mine is acts of service, but at the same time, like, and I think I explained this when we spoke about this some months ago. I don't need someone to be constantly doing something for me, if that makes like every now and then I'm like, yes, that's super nice, especially if it catches me off guard. Like I love surprises. So if someone does something for me that I didn't like necessarily ask them to do, but like they kind of saw that I needed that and they did that, I'm like, whoosh, you know what I mean? So for me, I guess for support, it's more of like an emotional thing for me is what I like, if that makes sense.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All right. While you're still going, good sense of
Yes, definitely. Yes, of course.
I'm
a goofball, in case you guys haven't noticed. And I'm always joking around and stuff like that. So yes, I would hope that there's some, you know, mutual level of like humor.
Silliness.
Or like,
yes,
exactly.
I get you.
I'm a huge goof. May not always seem like it because when people first see me, they're like, "This girl just looks so serious. She's just, you know, kind of in her own zone." But like people who actually know me, like, yeah, I'm a goof. So
we have plenty laughs.
Definitely, yes.
Tim, do you want to answer your question before I get to mine?
If the one thing is traditionally pretty, and that's. Like,
what was the question? Sorry.
The question is, Tim, what if she's all those things but not traditionally pretty? You still messing with her? Now there's traditionally pretty, and when I think of traditionally pretty, I was
gonna say, what is
societally there is, you know, like traditional beauty is still like it's still a very, still very white European. Standards of beauty. Hair. It kind of is like, you know what I mean? But like, if I don't find her pretty, would I still mess with her? would I still be interested? It would likely be that that in somehow we like interacted on another level where I got to know them.
I like how
you know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm gonna be really honest, if I didn't find her attractive, I might not, like be in that situation to talk to her like that.
First time, yeah.
So in any case, I'm just saying that if there was a girl that I got to know and that had all those attributes, then definitely I would, because if she's just a dope human, then she's a dope human. And then I'm especially finding that as we age, the dope humans get taken. And especially the age that I like closer to my age group, a lot of it's the pool shrinks.
Right.
So but you learn, like you really learn, of course I see pretty and like pretty, or what I think is attractive, but what I think is attractive on the exterior could have a ugly soul behind it, and I definitely don't want any part of that. So then you learn over time that it's the personality and the soul of that person that you're going to actually be with, because the rest just withers over time. You want somebody you can talk to. You want somebody that you have some dope time, like spend time with, laugh with, that understands you, that like that. But you usually don't get to find that out if they're not attractive to you. So
right, yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
But and we'd never be like, hey, she's amazing, but no, I can't. No, it would never be that. I can't. No.
Yeah, because she said, like, if you have to give your friends a disclaimer before you give up her IG. And have you ever done that? Have you ever met someone and like maybe they're like decent looking, but maybe you're not entirely physically attracted to them, but they're just like dope on every other level. And then someone's like, hey, you talking to anyone? And blah, blah, blah. They're like, yo, show me a pic. Like, have you ever given that disclaimer? Like, hey, have you ever done that?
No, that's terrible. Oh my God. That's absolutely terrible.
Who does that?
I don't know. I'm just asking.
Who does that? Oh my God.
I do that? No, I don't.
You came up with a...
That wasn't my question. Okay, I'm just reading the comments. Okay,
yeah,
I just brought it to your attention. But I felt like that was a pretty decent question.
It is
a decent question. It is a decent question.
It is a good question, but yeah, no. Oh my God. Oh.
I mean,
you've had to give.
No, I've never.
But you see, because girls are worse than guys.
I've never had issues. I'd be like, this is so and so. You feel me?
Okay.
By the way, they're super nice, but like I've never had to do that.
No.
It's because girls know how judgmental other women are of other women.
Nilo says, I have. Sometimes they're cute to you. Exactly. And that's all that matters, Nilo.
Sorry, Greg had a comment. I'm trying to see if I can get to
I've dated enough ugly guys. So wait a minute, though. Do you really have to give a disclaimer? I would say you'd have to give a disclaimer more for, when you're telling your friends he doesn't have a job, than you would that he's not that good looking.
No.
I guess it depends on your friends too, because there are some friends out there like who can just see like, hey, you guys click, you guys have a dope connection, and I don't care. Like if my friend's happy, and I'm not the person with them, so if you're happy, I'm happy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like if you guys were dating someone, you know what I mean, and like I didn't necessarily find them attractive, I'm just like that's okay. Like. Once you guys are having good times and good vibes,
Okay. If there's somebody who's exceptionally attractive, I may talk about those things, because then it's kind of like, it's an ego thing. It's like, hey, look at me with my.
Yes, of course. That's what guys do.
Yeah, there's that, but.
So
who I like and who I want to be with, at the end of the day, I don't care what anybody else is. It's about, because everybody's opinions aren't going to help you when you guys can't stand each other.
Exactly.
Maybe if I was like 21.
Amen to that.
Like, oh hey, you know what? We should separate, but everybody thinks we look so great. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
No, that doesn't help you at all.
Exactly, it doesn't. Just to like keep that edge going, like, nah, I don't agree.
No.
Not worth it.
Like, we look so good together, so we should just, you know.
No.
We know that there's guys that do the whole
that happens.
Like, men and women have their trophy husband, trophy wife, blah blah blah. But like, if people that look for that, I could be wrong, but I would just assume that they were tyrannical to deal with. Like, if the biggest thing that they wanted out of you, you know, they didn't care about like who you were in your brain. They didn't care about what you were like. It was just like they're just that pretty. I would assume being with that person, that would be a tyrant. But then also the person that would accept that.
Yeah, I mean,
you know, in at least at these times, you know, it's like a match made in airhead heaven. Maybe, like, good Lord, like,
yeah,
like, how do you know, like I don't know. I know I have talked to guys that are like that, and in those conversations, like, they literally, when they, like, even with watching and hearing, their partners are possessions. Their partners are indicators of accomplishment. Like, I'm here, so I get that. And when it comes to the content of their character, who they are, But then the person accepts it. But as people change, and then you look at what you're getting out of your life, as we age out of our eligibility and out of our prime years, this is the times you do the most learning, which is the terrible thing about, like, where's the manual? Give me a manual, please. That's what you think I talk? At least hear me talk to my kids. Oh my God. Like, all the things that I wish I knew, why wouldn't I tell my kids in at least an age-appropriate kind of way?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right.
Ugh.
Yeah. Greg had a comment earlier, something about, sorry, I can't scroll back. Why are women intimidated if a guy can cook better than them? Oh,
I did see that.
They are?
Supposedly. Me, I'm just like, if you can cook and you want to cook, go for it.
Right?
That is, listen, you know what I've heard? Like, in the last 5 years, I have heard more times that, like, you know, they say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Mm-hmm.
That pretty much sums up almost every girl that I know, or a lot of the girls that I know, that, like, that kind of sums up the last, like, 5-7 years. Like, almost every adult woman is like, "What, you can cook? I'm coming over." We just met.
Reading the comments.
What?
If a guy tells me that he can cook, I am just like, praise God. Finally, a guy can cook. Finally.
But you know what, though? I really do. I like hosting, and I do like when, like, there's a woman that I care for, you cook for them, and you see this, you know, like, just, like, happy, and it's, you know, that, I like that. I love to watch you eat my food, you know?
Yes.
My dream guy is a chef.
Hold on, bruh. There are women who want to be showed off in public. Classic example is my ex. Got mad at me because I didn't show her off at my melanistic magazine.
She's your ex for a reason, Greg.
Oh, no. What? But, okay, I would say there's some people who are okay with being a trophy, but then if you have your girl, then you, like, I think, yeah, I want to be showed off when she should be showed off. But it depends. If you guys are in a bad, see, that's the thing, and it's so annoying. If you're in a relationship and you guys are in a bad place, but then when it's time to be, you know, out there, now everyone wants to go and do that. No.
Exactly.
If we're not good, I'm not moving like we're good. I'm not at least going to be doing the extras like we're good. So if you guys were in a good, if you guys weren't in a good place, and then you're like, nah, I'm not trying to do that, like, you're being authentic.
Like, are you holding hands going to the grocery store? nah. So then why would you do that outside? That's kind of what you're saying, Tim.
Thank you. Yeah.
Now hold on.
Yeah.
Why is being competent and an adult extra points though? Wait, have you looked around? Like, it is a low. You could say it's a low bar, but I think when people are saying competent, they're meaning it's not just like, because competent means I'm hitting the bar, but I think that when people are saying somebody's competent, they're saying that they're surpassing the bar. So correct me if I'm defining it a little bit. I'm defining it off, but I don't know. From with that question, the way that I heard the dating pool is for a lot of women, like competence. There's a lot of people be happy. They'd be perfectly happy with competence.
Mm-hmm.
But why? Well, there's a myriad of reasons.
No points for doing
Society's jacked up.
LOL.
The society's jacked up. Like North America doesn't really have a lot of a manufacturing sector. Where in Alberta may have those kinds of jobs where, like, it's just a different place.
Mm-hmm.
But you see that oversimplification.
Can you drop some of these comments on the screen?
Yeah, which one do you want me to throw up?
You want a cookie because you could feed yourself. You know what? At the end of the day, here's the thing, right? Like, it was another woman made the comment about competence, right? And then other people say, why is competence the bar? Here's the thing. The market dictates for itself. So however you define it, do you know what I mean? Like, however you define it, if someone's not competent enough for you, or educated, or earning enough for you, that's your bar. You know, somebody will say competent, and that's 6 figures. Somebody else will say competent, and all they have to do is have a job. It really, you know, it's really up to you, you know. But with the pool, we can't be mad at the pool. The pool is what it is, you know. And the way that things go is there's going to be a little bit at the top and a lot at the bottom. And as we age, there's less at the top and it's not going to be evenly distributed. So depending on where you are and what you want, like, you can pick and you can fight and you can, hopefully they pick you, but you know what I mean? The market sets it. You know what I mean? Like, you think I can just go walk up to, I don't know, like some big star, and then she's like, and I have a dope job and I have a bunch of good things, but if she's way up there, she's going to be looking at me like I'm the leech. So, do you know what I mean? Like, it really depends it's like, for me, if someone isn't in what I like, then I don't care. You know? I'm not going to talk about, oh my God, why is this a standard? Why aren't these girls this fit? Or why didn't they go to this school? Like, if I don't like them, I don't like them. I don't, you know, I'm not going to go cuss everybody or be wondering what happened. Just pick from what's there. And I guess for some, that sucks. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Because, I don't know, like, growing up in Alberta, to me, like, if you were a man and you weren't earning, or you weren't
growing up in Alberta,
you know, if you weren't, like, if you grew up here, there's a lot of opportunities in a lot of different ways. So there's reasons why people may not be successful, or at least competent, something.
Right.
But
Alrighty.
All I know is I am.
All right then. So let's talk about business real quick before we call it a night, because I like this. We go over our time and no one notices. That's what I like.
I mean, I noticed, but aside, we're having a good time.
Exactly. So during COVID, and even just before COVID, a lot of new photographers and videographers have been coming out of the woodwork.
AKA me?
No,
I'm just kidding.
I mean...
I'm just kidding.
We
won't touch on.
So I'm just gonna call Kiki out right now. Still waiting for my video.
Yes, I know. That's why I said let's not touch that. That's
all good. I understand. Yeah, I understand. How do you differentiate a legit business between someone that just says they're doing it, like just saying that they're in business? Like, what are the red flags you should be looking for? So, like, creepy photographers, let's say, or you know what I mean?
Results, their product,
their portfolio. Like
their
you can
product.
have someone who's been a photographer for 10 years, and you can have a kid who came out and's been doing it for 6 months.
Yeah.
But the quality and the portfolio kind of speaks for itself, I guess, right?
Okay. So if their portfolio,
they do what you want.
Right. So let's just say a portfolio is like literally all women. Is that a red flag, or is that just something that he just likes to, or he or she just likes to take pictures of just women?
Then they take pictures of women.
Yeah.
Or they take pictures of dogs, or they take pictures of like flowers. If I don't need just do what you want. Yeah. Again, the market does it. Like,
yeah.
If you want, well, here, put it this way: if you would want your picture taken, or if I would want my picture taken, I may not necessarily use somebody that shoots particularly women. One, he may not want to shoot me, and two, he may not. You need to, like, a good photographer can give direction on making you look the best you can. I would probably look for someone who's doing something that I want.
Yes.
And that's with anything.
That's with anything, within the bounds of how much I want to spend and what I actually want. Yeah.
Yeah.
I look at reviews. I see.
Great.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, same thing. Portfolio. If they have a website, that's a bonus.
I don't think websites are that important anymore, though.
You mentioned like red flags. So what did you mean by that?
So, like, if someone is in it for the business, or if someone's just doing it for the fun of it, but they say they're a photographer. Does that make sense?
Okay, so
are we talking about something specific?
Because I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because I'm someone who's always been into photography.
But would you consider yourself a photographer?
No.
Well, and you know what?
That's a difference, though.
I think that there's
someone who's doing it for fun, but there's some people who initially start off like that, right? Like they're taking pictures of different things, they're taking pictures of their friends, whatever, or someone might give them a couple dollars because they said, you know what, like Kiki's actually kind of dope at doing this, and then you kind of find yourself, you're like, you know what, maybe I should look into this, maybe I should, kind of expand and make this a business or like a side hustle or whatever. So I feel like maybe that's how a lot of people, especially now, especially because how accessible technology is and stuff, find themselves in that position, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think that in, like, especially with COVID, a lot of people start trying a thing because they kind of had to, and I think the work needs to be it. Like, I can't tell somebody what to call it. If they want to call themselves whatever, then they can call themselves whatever. There's the three main professional designations, and then everything of under it is has their own markers. Like, if they say they're a plumber, there's certain things you can ask for. But in creative fields, there's not much you can ask for other than review from somebody or taking a look at the work. And honestly, there's some people that have, or if the price is right, but just, you might get burned. Like, that person, hey, I just started doing eyebrows, and then you stay out of the public eye for a few months while. So, yeah, I would say that reviews.
I saw Greg had a comment. I don't know if anyone wants to.
The wrong. Honestly, there are a lot of photographers who just have the wrong attitude.
I think more cooks have popped up than photographers.
That's hilarious.
I can see that. I get a lot of WhatsApp messages.
Oh, really?
Yes. That's
funny.
Yeah.
But what did Greg say? You can have a great portfolio, but if you don't understand what kind of work needs to be put in or the business, then that person is a pass in my book. Honestly, there are also a lot of photographers who just have the wrong attitude. That's true.
Yeah.
You can be great at what you do, but if your attitude sucks and people catch on to that, they're not going to want to work with you.
One of the things that I don't
care how good you are at your job.
I've seen photographers that don't, like, so many photographers, they'll go out and spend a lot of money on a camera body and on lenses, but they don't buy lighting. And I always look at that, and so all you're going to get is a washed out. You're going to get washed out pictures or things that are going to be done in like post processing. But like a good photographer, you could give them like a wind up disposable camera, and they'll get you an amazing shot. You know, and that's one of those things about like referencing that I've been burned before when I, like, years and years ago. Like, you know, the price is right. Yeah. No. Like, it's an art. It really is. There's some photographers that just create magic. And I'm not talking like they're giving you 600 photos to shoot through or to look through. They took like 40, 50, and you can get like 20.
Yeah.
Like, that's a really good photographer.
Yeah, for sure.
And some people just an eye for those things too, you know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes you see like your friends take a picture of you and you're like, ooh, girl.
Follow me around.
Because I've seen, you know, the regular Joe take a photo and I'm like, whoa, that is beautiful. You know what I mean? And then you see someone who is quote unquote a photographer looking at the picture and you're just kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's a big risk, health codes and all. What's a big risk? I missed
the selling food.
Oh, okay. There are amazing creative photographers, and there are creeps. Yes.
I can't lie, man. I definitely have seen some photographers that I'm like, he's doing that for booty. Like, like, I'm sure, I'm sorry, I could be wrong. Like, you know, what do I know?
Hey, you never know. You never know.
But like, yeah. It's a,
but here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Can they be what they're doing and dope and keep it professional and still be looking for booty? Like they're
yes.
Like, okay, there you go.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't say the product was bad. And I could just mind my business because you know, I could just mind my business. But I'm just saying.
Alrighty. He's just saying.
Just saying. All right. So we're almost at the 1.5 hour mark. Almost.
Yes. We had a bit of a rocky start, but
we did.
We figured it out. As always.
Can you guys see yourselves, or is it still?
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what was happening initially. We'll have to go back and see what happened.
Okay.
But no, it was good. Can the viewers tell that we tried a different, for those of you who popped in a bit later, could you tell that we were using a different streaming service? Like, what do you think? Do we sound okay? How are the visuals? I mean, it's pretty similar. It's not a huge difference.
Yeah.
But
the other one doesn't give me a wide view.
Let us know.
The other one doesn't give me a wide view. Like, it kind of cuts. Like, I think me and Kiki are squares in the other one. And you're kind of a little bit more.
We've had it a few different ways, but
yeah,
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, let us know what you guys think. Greg has a last comment here. I don't know if you want to read it, Kiki.
Sure. There are a number of photographers in Edmonton with great portfolios, but I will never have them shoot for melanistic. And what's the reason?
Why is that though?
Yeah, what's the reason behind that?
Greg couldn't tell. See, that's a good thing.
That is good.
That's good. There's just a ticker at the bottom, though. That's the only difference.
Oh, he couldn't tell.
No, but I'm really interested to hear what.
Yeah, me too, because you kind of just left that like.
I know that just cliffhanger there.
Yeah.
But they would
never. For next week. No, I'm just kidding.
They would never shoot for melanistic. Why is that?
Why is that, Greg?
Why is that? I told you guys I'm a goof. But no, actually, why is that? I'm curious to know.
Poor attitude. Work
there you go.
ethic.
Poor work ethic, and
Okay.
that's kind of what I touched on.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Yeah.
matter how dope you are at something.
No, that's
You got to know
for
how
sure.
to be a people person, depending on what it
Yeah.
is that you're doing, right?
But the biggest thing is
and have the product ready in time.
timeliness.
Well, that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Deadlines.
I hope that's not a jab, Danielle. No, I'm
Nope.
just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm so
Nope.
kidding. I'm so kidding.
Not,
you know what's
not
up.
at all.
You know what's up.
Yeah,
So we good. We good.
Yeah, we good.
Like I said before, what's understood doesn't have to be explained.
Exactly.
Yes.
Not all the time.
Oh.
Not all the time.
Okay, that's true. That's fair. But a lot of the times, what is understood does not have to be explained. And I'm going to leave it right there. Mic drop.
If your screen went black, then it would have been like, whoa.
Don't do that. Don't act like you don't like seeing me.
Oh.
Okay.
On that note, I'm just gonna.
It's a DM.
I'm just gonna.
Relax.
Yeah. I'm just gonna. All right, guys.
Shots
we'll see you.
fired.
We'll see you
Can
next
you tell
week.
us who they are?
Oh.
Okay, I feel like we're gonna have to continue this.
Yeah, no. Leave that alone. Those are DMs.
Hey.
All
I mean,
right.
it is called Let's Be
yeah.
Real. No, I'm
It
just
is,
kidding.
yeah.
I'm not that. I'm not that
I mean,
nosy.
how,
Yeah.
No,
how
but hey,
how
but
real
honestly,
do we want to be though? How real do we want to be right now?
Hey man, if people are out there,
If
people are out there
Let's Be Real
passing their
after
place
hours?
and doing creepy shit,
Let's Be Real
then
after hours?
expose them. But if there's people, if you don't like the business and you don't like how they move, then that's a different story. But
That
if like
should be
people are like,
your
yo,
catchphrase.
if people are doing like bad things, then we gotta.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
one of
for
my
sure.
catchphrases.
What was it? What?
I'm assuming he's talking about what's understood doesn't have to be explained. But
Yeah, that's hers.
Oh.
That's
something that I live
on
by. Like
Kiki's
since I've-
t-shirt.
from small, I'm like, you know what? What's understood doesn't have to be explained. Especially if there has already been some level of explanation.
Yeah.
And then you still, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you can't catch it, you can't catch it. That's
No, you better cut
Let's
this thing.
go.
Cut it off. Stop it.
Yes. I
Let
hope
me
you
go.
guys enjoy your. Thank you so much for tuning
See
in.
you later.
and,
Bye.
I'm out.
Turn it off.
I'm out.
All right. Have a good night, guys. We're gonna see
Yes.
you guys next week.
Kiki, get your phone.
Yes, I'm about to unplug.
All right.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.
Bye. Have a good night.
All right.